Saints go marching in. When the Saints go marching in.
We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Achane to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints have 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing, Shough. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. Down the right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Falcons nothing.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
to the air. Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 35. When you look at the Saints defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Penix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 18-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Robinson again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line.
That's a gain of 4.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw now, Shuck. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Steps away. Again, it's Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane pushing through the contact. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, back to Achane. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Shuck. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Shuck. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Smith now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Falcons nothing.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Shuck now to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, you come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Falcons.
They'll throw with Penix. And complete to Drake London. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. Now looking to throw, Penix. Looking middle and finding Branch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Shuck. Open man is Tyson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. And now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Looking to throw, Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 59 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. Nick Folk for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
The score is Saints 14, Falcons 10. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Shuck. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
49-yard line.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Again, it's Robinson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Penix. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd down and 6 now. A play fake. Now Penix. Out to his left. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. It's complete. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Falcons.
On for the extra point is Folk. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Saints 28, Falcons 23. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Now after the false start, here's second and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up third down.
Throwing, Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave, 44 yards. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
35. Falcons 23.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throw left side, there's London. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Falcon first down.
Robinson up the middle. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
At the Saints.
To the air, Penix. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Penix. That is caught. He's able to find Branch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 30.
Out there now to kick this one off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Shuck. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And throwing again here, Shuck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. This is 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd down. Penix working out of the gun here.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They are going for it. Penix. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Hey, check that. Let's go now. 19.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Saints 1st down.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
On third down, Penix from the gun. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
The fourth down run successful. Now they'll look to pay it off on first down. They'll throw with Penix. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.